All right, let's turn now to the weather, and some of our Mountain West neighbors are buried under snow today.
Ooh, yeah, check that out. This storm blew through east of the Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now they're under a winter storm warning there until tomorrow morning. Different areas expecting anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of fresh snow.
Wow, I like to see the snow. I do, we need it. Fills up our rivers and our reservoirs and everything. Let's check in with meteorologist Garrett James in St. George right now. Garrett, how you doing?
Can't complain, guys. Hope you're doing well. And that storm system that brought that snow actually impacted us here in Utah as well. The southeastern portion of the state just saw the far northwestern portion of that low pressure system as it continued to move further to the southeast. But with the weather and the atmosphere, you deal with ebbs and flows, or highs and lows. And now that that low has moved on, now we're dealing with the highs, at least the high pressures, that is, which can lead to some high temperatures. But for the valleys, it can also lead to that inversion that leaves us with that haze and that smog. So right now we are looking at some moderate air quality, and that's going to continue for the next couple of days. And it's not just Salt Lake County that's going to be experiencing it tomorrow. We can see the northwestern portion of the state is also going to see it, but for Carbon, Duchesne, and even Uinta County, we're going to be looking at good air quality, and we're going to be looking at that likely continuing. But if we take a look at that upper level of Futurecast, it shows there's that low pressure system right there. It's going to be moving into Texas before too much longer, and like I said, that high pressure, it has quickly moved in and ramped up, and that's why we've seen that inversion taking place already so quickly. But look to the west. We're going to be tracking yet another low pressure system that's going to be moving into the area, and with it, just ahead of it, we could maybe look at a very weak low pressure system that could try and potentially give us just a little bit of precipitation, and it'd be in the form of what we call a shortwave system. And there we can actually see that trying to creep in from the northwest right there, and that's a look at about Monday. But it really doesn't affect temperatures all that much. It's a very weak system, but it could be just enough of a disturbance that we could see maybe a little precipitation trying to take place late Tuesday night heading into early Wednesday morning. There we can see right along the Wasatch Front, we could see maybe just a little blurb of precipitation, but it's that next system that's going to be off the west coast that we are going to be tracking that could be our next best chance at some precipitation. Temperatures out there right now seeing a mixed bag of the 30s and 40s. Still a couple 50s out there for Lake Powell, right at 50, in St. George at 53. 33 though in the polar opposite in Evanston, and then 31 right now in Rock Springs, and then we can see it's actually 28 in Elko at the present time. But lows tonight's show, we'll see a lot of 20s out there. 32 for St. George, 27 for Salt Lake City, and highs tomorrow's show mainly the 40s, but the further south you go, the more likely it is you'll see the 50s. For the Wasatch Front, we're going to be looking at 44 tomorrow, 45 Saturday, but a slight chance for precip Wednesday with temperatures remaining in the 40s. St. George, temperatures fluctuating right around the 60-degree mark.
All right, we thank you so much, Garrett, for the forecast there and keeping us informed.
Yeah.